Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to another week of Light Languages and Collective Healing Intentions. I'm Ismael Rodriguez. I'm expanding the light language, or we are expanding the light languages together. This is a volunteering work. Today we have two new members in this light languages group. With me, Sophia Hodgkinson and Maria Moore. And I'm just going to ask a little bit to Sophia, how did the light languages came to her life and how did they get activated? A little bit about herself. Sophia, whenever you like.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I'm Sophia. Nice to meet you all. The light language came to me. I heard someone actually speak it, and I was very, very interested in what it sounded like and how it was making me feel. And I actually got in touch with that person and was like asking those questions about it. And she gave me some tips, and I decided, okay, I'm going to practice. So I started practicing. And as I started practicing, I've felt like I've started getting all these sensations, or I'll get a picture or a flash of something, or, you know, some orbs or lights or something. And I thought, oh my gosh, like I really need to get into this. And the tip of the iceberg for me was a friend of mine had throat issues, and we were talking, and I said to her, let me try something. I've been learning something new. Let me try something for you. So I did an activation for her, recorded it for her and sent it to her. And she called me back crying. She was in tears of joy and happiness and bliss. And she was like, oh my God, what did you do? What did you do? My throat feels great. I don't know what happened. It feels like somebody like pulled something out. And that just gave me the confidence, like, oh my gosh, I can do this. So I just carried on and I practiced every day to the point now where my children are getting interested in it. So it's just like, yes, this is the way forward. I am just on it, and I want to share it with everybody that I can share it with. Okay.
Yeah, you do some energy work also for humanity. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you do?
Oh yeah, I got carried away with the light language. So I do some energy work dealing with trapped emotions, and that could be trapped emotions that you acquired by yourself, or it could be ancestral trapped emotions. And I work closely with the archangels and angelic realm healing teams. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank you very much. And now, Maria.
So hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with you. So my name's Maria Moore, or Twinkly Star, if you've seen the flyer. I'm based in Oxford. I'm a Reiki and Rahani practitioner and sound therapist, and also a shamanic practitioner. So how I came across light language, well, for some while now, it's always been in my attention. I've seen it on YouTube. I followed various YouTube channels. It's more and more popping up on Facebook. And so the more I was coming across these beautiful languages, the more, you know, I was getting more intrigued about it. So one day, just on a Facebook page, I came across this lovely group that Ismael had advertised. Not really realizing what I was getting myself in for. I just thought I would have a little view, you know, spectate, not necessarily participate. I had no idea that Ismael offered activations. So I was really, I don't know if it was naive of me, but I was totally taken by surprise when he kindly offered me to be activated and then welcomed me to join in. So yeah, I was really gobsmacked. And but needless to say, I really, really appreciate the fact that that day I came along. And, you know, it was a pleasure to receive such beautiful activations from Ismael and the entire group. They just showered me with activations. I think they could feel my hesitation and my reluctance to open up my voice. So I was bamboozled with light language, literally. And it was just amazing. I felt great the next day, really vibrating high. And, you know, the more I attend these sessions, then less and less apprehensive I'm feeling. I'm very new to this, but with each day that comes along, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm enjoying opening my voice more, which is great for the type of work that I do. I'm now becoming braver and using it more in my therapies, and yeah, it's just great, and I'd like to see where it takes me.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you very much. That's wonderful. So we are going to start with a grounding meditation. This is something we do weekly for the mere reason that light languages are very powerful. By doing some grounding work, we let the energy flow, and we don't retain it and create tensions in ourselves. If we don't do enough grounding, we might be or spend the whole night awake. So I recommend to anyone who watched to this video to do the exercise with us, so that the energy doesn't stay sort of stuck. There's nothing wrong that is going to happen. It will just make you feel quite high and maybe not able to sleep if you don't do the grounding. The grounding hasn't got only this purpose. The grounding is something that we should do in a daily basis to let all our abilities to be active, to let all the love that is coming to us flow, and to let ourselves to be ourselves and natural. So let's start with the meditation. Today is gonna start as is it being full moon. We are gonna start with the drums, imagining that a golden light is coming through our crown chakra. This golden light starts lighting up our bodies. We do deep breaths, feeling this golden light. Do you mind to mute your mic? Do you mind muting your mic? The reason why I'm muting the mics is because last week I was channeling and I got a spooky feeling when I heard a voice in the background. That took me off from the channeling like in 7 seconds. And that was a bit of a shock. Can be the smallest sound creating that. You get in trance. Napai kamai sinara amaye. Matai natu kumatai natu kumakahana. Omaka to matai neka hatata maku mapapai neka inana. Onatak umapapai neka hanaku aitaine. Healing deeply this golden energy in our system. We exhale expansion to the universe, letting all the worries to go away, letting all the tensions to go away. Hanatu mamamaine nanaku haine, shotana katamaku tatanaku hitarana, o nanaku ho mamamaine nanaku ikaite. O nakamaishe, o makanaishe, o makaishe namaku mamaene, o nanaka tumaititi nekahiana. Let this golden energy get in our lungs, from our lungs get in our blood, Mama mai te tamaku hama mai he tanai hanatu makai naku hamae. Mama mai kia na mako hamae. Ena naku mananai ena mai kihia na wa. Maku ha. Inana ku hantai ne kimiara. Setana mai ki tia mara oa. Tenare. Setana ku matai ne kihiara oa. We, the ancestors, invite you to start getting back to your roots. The roots where you can feel that everything is connected, that everything is the same organism. Let's say that we see the whole creation like if it was your body, like if each of you was a cell, let's say from the skin. Another one of you is a cell from the bloodstream. Another one of you is a cell from the brain. You are all working together for the same organism. So let's start taking actions out of that collectiveness, out of love, out of knowing that it's never, never, never again just about selfishness, but about creating and expanding the love and allowing this massive organism called creation to flow. Om mama tama pamatita na ina kuma. Anati taina kuhama mai. Inaku taina ra tuma paihita na mai he. Anaku mama mamadi. Tata shitana ku taine. Inanatu tiki aranatu ene. That's why to compete with each other is nonsense. It's like if you were, or like a cell from the skin were fighting or competing with a cell from the bloodstream, or that cell from the bloodstream with the one from the brain. This is nonsense. These are times to gather. These are times to expand. These are times to really acknowledge that all is connected. The animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, the angelic kingdom, yourselves, all the galactic beings, you are all together co-creating in the same organism. Kamai shukama pai nekai, unamamai tana ohana, enamamamai titana kutai neti, mamai kitana kumatiti. Mama, tika mama, tita, papa, paka, tushiniya, anaku haine tayene. So we let this energy keep flowing all through our body, coming out through our root chakra, connecting to the core of Mother Earth. As we've been saying, you are all connected. Keep yourself connected to Mother Earth. There is only an illusion from the mind that keeps you disconnected. Try to do this every day. You will understand what is the meaningful meaning of being all connected. Inna mapa mapa ina pa ina. Apai netai sineta kumai sitena. Amahana mana tutana tai sitana kuha. Anakutai. You will start smiling. You will start feeling that life is more about letting flow everything and not holding into anything. Allowing to let flow anything and not holding to anything. Kama mama itama paisine. Inanaku tainita kotai nitiara. Kumamati tiana tiara wa. Sitianatu enkiahuana. In this way, you will be freeing yourselves. It's only your mind holding you prisoners of a life that at some point you thought that you didn't deserve, but you deserve everything. Amamamaita mamaye, anamamantainetaye, onatitaintiata, wanatiarana kukianamaye. We, your ancestors, we always knew this. Some of us, we still are here on earth, and we still keep this knowledge. We still keep these customs. We still keep this tradition. Because at the end of the day, it's not a tradition. It's life. It's the life itself. It's life and it's nature. That everything is connected. Ta mama mai tama. Mama tikana to mama mai. Anatuka mama mai titiana. Oba hata mayena kwa. Ena kuwa mamai shina kuwa mamai tena kuwa. Ena maye. Ana tumaye namaye 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 tapaye namaye. Amamaye tamaye. Amamaye tamamaye takue hatamapa. Shita nakui tata. Hua nakui natashuama. Inakuwa nahayana. We wish you all the love, connection for you to enjoy in this sacred, loving space of expression. Imama itana kumaititiana, inanaku hatatiana tuina. Your gatherings make us all smile. So gradually we come back. This is the most exciting meditation I ever did. That made me feel, well, it relaxed you, Alison. It made you feel relaxed. It made me feel the opposite. It made me feel like I can go over the moon now. Wow, I'm so hot. So we can start with the blessing, if you like. When you feel like doing a blessing, Sophia, please do.
Ashuna, Ashuna, Ashuna katatana, Ashuna katatana natatata, Ukatanana, Ukanana, Ashia konono, Asia kono tokoshina, Asia no kosotonata, senina na toto sono, shianono, shianono, shianono.
Beautiful. Thank you. Sí, no. María.
Ashamiatortia kianopiata okiasta kiama enia okia enina mayora kiasti mioria kiato orniakoto amiato miando elaka mearti omiastia opiata enana ekiata eniata otiata emia aistia omiata emiata kiaka enana mayor nana mayorkia, markia, ostia, me
Thank you, thank you. I'm very high. Alison, whenever you like. Well, for those watching the video, you get high from the light languages. I didn't need to take anything. No substances, extra substances needed. This is how powerful the light languages are. You never know the game, and that's it. You become them, and when you become them, you become that powerful energy. And this is what happened. I mean, sometimes it takes me to that state of feeling really calm, and sometimes they make me feel like a rocket. So sorry, Alison, I just wanted to say a little bit about that for the people to understand what's going on.
Ikara ai sato ishahana oto imana akare hen eke isata o shehe na akin hoto u shahana e isatara ke nak utso to uisho no umane esiti ikatare hen na akino oto u so shaka na mene e tu isata ishahana akate asatai utore kona oto ashahana oko.
Ancestors, Sister Alison. Thank you. And now you, Andrea, whenever you like, whenever you feel like giving a go.
Mayaroto yara mayarosena yaroto. Yo mayati ritina yaramasarotana yarate kito no yo. Mayarata katana yarosoti kotanai. Mayitina yaroto koseritina yarata yo mayo. Na yoroto ko yoronya mayaratana yarosheketina yaramayoto. Mayashana yarotikita yata mayarata. Marete kitina yaramayoto. No shona yaramayakatiti. Nitikito koro mayaratanai. Mayotikitinaya. Mayeteko.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. Okay, for those watching the video, as you see, Alison and Andre, they are also light languages channelers. They come regularly now. And it's so wonderful to have them here and supporting this and supporting the blessings and the group. Let's start with the intentions with Sophia.
My intention for today is to send much love and blessings to people who are not feeling well right now. There's a lot of people now that are, going through a lot of ailments, pains, and this is not working and that's not working. So if we could do a transmission for those people to start feeling well again. Yeah.
Mane nate sinara kahana mai tana uhume pena hati taine paheta na kumoa naira. Shiri neke hipene te hititena paina kohana. Hora ta sate taku
Sikitina yorotamayarato, rotanayara sharotakotanai. Mayatori sikitani yotomayato.
Esiato colosso koshuna tanate. Ishanana ato kototostananate. Ina banana oso noso. Ushanana.
Unanara kumamae. Mamae tanaye ke kiere.
Mayikitina yaraseta tamayaratana
Setenare. Setenere ye kitere kiena maike mamae.
Usanana da kasana kasete. Ushanata kanita kanana. Ushakanana. Ushya Tushakanana. Ananatata. Atakashanana. Anyana takanana takanite kitetenena. Anakatoko nasana takasanyata koshuntutu tatatana. Utakatana nanata sekitetina nanata. Ashakanata takasina tatata nanana. Ushanata takatanaya takana. Tutana takanakanataya tatanaya. Ushakata kana katanya katakuna katanata. Atakanana shikakanana takatana katakanatana shakatanana katakanana. Ushakanana taha. Unanakanana taha. Akayatanana atakananaya. Ayananaya yatatana. Unakanataya tanana tata. Atatayana. Tayana kanata. Tatatanaya takatanata. Ashakatita nanata koshudanaya.
Roti sikitinaya ramayate katonaya sorotonaya ratanaya.
Ayanana.
Rakotorata
Ayanana.
mayaratonaya
Uya
rasoroto
sto
kotonaya
akatasia
rosorotonaya mayato
shata
kotonaya.
tuyatanana. Ayanana. Ayanana. Uya nana yanana ya. Ashyana. Tatana. Ashuna nana. Ayakanata natata. Uyananata kanata. Ayanata kanata nanatana yata. Tayananata katatana yata. Yakatata nayana. Yanana, ana, yanana, ayana, yana. Ayana, naya, naya, yana. Aya, aya.
Papayena pa tikana mai shitunua kata o pai shitada kuhua tana kuhana o sataini pai tikintaka tuma mamaite shetana kuhua mamaye mamaye tamaye ten mamaye tamaiku mamaye tenananaku tintaina kuanaye tenaye keneme tetene kiaramwa shinaraku mamaye katiana kinananai tintaye kuma mamaye tamaye kiniye tumaye tumaye tumaye. I've been receiving these messages about worries. Anytime there is a worry, we have this tendency, like in the transmission from the ancestors. They say we have this tendency to hold on into it. These worries usually come very much from the things we do in the cities, from the things that we do around related with bills, house, violence outside, things like that. They were with these light languages. They were telling me like, we urge you to do the most simple thing, which is to go barefoot and go to nature and get disconnected from all these things. If you cannot be barefoot, just touch the trees, touch the places from nature, and stay there for enough time for you to understand that the problem, the issue is not really that big when you realize that where you truly belong to. So they were urging that, like, it's really, really simple. Like if they were say white man, like in times from the tribe, they were saying white man is very simple. You just need to go from your industrial time back to your essence, back to your to the state of being connected to nature. We welcome you back. We welcome you to where you belong. We are not different. We are not separated. It's time to organize and collaborate ourselves together. It's time. It's time. Very much time. So that was a little bit what I saw there from that chanting and from that transmission that took me to that lovely place. It was under the moon, by the way. No fire, just the moon was the fire, let's say, reflected in the soil around me and around them.
Yeah, Ismael.
Yes.
I saw the moon too.
You saw the moon too, no?
Yeah.
It's like the moon is hitting us greatly these days. It's incredible. I mean, incredible. Don't know, did you have any other experiences during this transmission? If not, we go ahead. We continue with the next intention.
What I felt, yes, I was on the nature too, like a tribe, and feeling the connection between the balance of nature and the moon and the spiritual part. And what I feel in these days, especially today I came and visited a big city. I feel the people or too grounded or too flying away.
Extreme,
doesn't have that,
no?
yeah,
Extremes.
the stream doesn't have that balance. People are flying away too much, waiting for the energies and everything, and they forget to ground. Or people, they are too scared or too sad or too depressed, and they stay really ground, even underground, and they don't see the sun coming up. That is what I'm feeling. And this changement now, it's that the balance. We need to get that right balance where sometimes you fly away a little bit, then you come down and you ground it, and you just found that balance, perfect balance, where you can ascend as a human being and a light worker.
That's it. Andre is very intuitive and very clairsentient, very sensitive to all the energies, and also he lives in Algarve, and it's pure nature there. He also worked in the sea. I mean, practically every weekend he goes diving, and so when I can tell that if he goes to a city, he might feel like, oh my God, like a big contrast, isn't it? Very big contrast. Yeah, beautiful. And it's very good that we start acknowledging this, that we are sensitive to the places, to the environments where we are. Sounds simple, sounds silly, but it's as simple as silly as taking yourself to nature and feeling good over there. And that's it, simple.
And sorry to disturb. The thing is, if you are in the nature, you need to be all in the nature, not your feet on the nature and your head on the problems of the daily, because some people go, okay, I need to go to nature, but they forget the head or the mind on their work or in their problems. So you need to
you need to be present in nature.
Because now some people are traveling from past to future. It's, it doesn't have the stop on present. They just jump away. And we need to connect for the present now. And
we need to live in the now. We need to live to be present. And if we go to nature, it doesn't really work if you bring all the problems from work to that place in nature you go. Definitely. Yes. That used to happen a lot in the beginning when I started doing meditations. I was like angry with myself. I was saying, why meditation doesn't work? And I was going to nature, I was going to places, and it's just because I was worried. I was bringing everything to the places I was going. And so let's leave not because you worry too much, you're going to solve the problem easier. It's actually when you let them go, when you see them from perspective and you find solutions. So put this into practice and you will see that this works. It flows, things flow. So next in the screen is Alison. You would like to say an intention?
My intention this week is for peace. With everything that's going on, just peace in the world. I just want peace. And healing, to heal everybody. That's it.
Peace and love.
Yeah.
Ina mititi mai mempirene kitetene pe kihite na kwa. Nara maistitana nekaye. Ananana tumaisiteta netaye. Hanana itenta itia na hai netesin taina kuhaine. Sunne naite maihi netakita nekaye mai kahua naye. Tinanana kuma mamaye tamai sitentaine kehiena taina kuaye. Hanai hanate taime mene. Mama meita mamaite mamaite tinene kitaine mamaye.
Oh,
Mota mamaye. Aye satahataine kahaina kuhomomoye. Tone nare taine kehitiene kutumomoye tanakaye na hua. So nai hamamaye nama. Ne mamamaye nana kutina mamaye taine.
Sakashuta kasana. Uya kasana tana. Eya sasisa na ata. Okoso no no. Oshoto no. Aiya sanana. Aseya satani. Ashika nanata. Anya no tokosoto sono. Ashiki Uya
Mamae tinte kekienta maiku mamae. Nenananaku mana naiti ne mete tine me akuho mamai kataine te sine ne kihi ne namai ahaya mama. Huma mamai na menta ne pamae. Mama namai ne kahaye nakane. Shorai he hai ne kae. Mamai namai ne kae. Hamaitama. Mamai namai kuhua mama.
Katana
Mama
tasatini.
tu momoe.
Ushata katana
Tu momoa mama
tasanani.
hai nana kumama
Ushanata.
itinaye. Kushana
Usatatina.
kumoe tamamo mama.
Uyanana.
Mama
Uyanana.
yene. Tinana tu tinare
Unanaya.
kamama ho. Tinara
Ushakana.
kutana numoe.
Uyana tekesi.
Kinana ye hinini kichimi
Ashinia
momoe kimia
kototono.
mamoya. Tina mamaye
Eshakanina.
ramai himimiya rana mapapu
Eyanata.
mamoye.
Oh,
Shinana kuhu mamamai tama
sotokonina.
kumamaye.
Oh,
Shora
soninene.
mae kamamaye. Chumumoa
Esenenene.
mamaye tamaye.
Satana.
Shumamaye tamamaye.
Utatatana.
Mamaye tamamaye. Shumamaye
Yeshatankatana.
tamaye.
Ayaya.
How are you doing, Andre? You were doing codes there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. For those watching the video, codes have also a power like the light languages have. The light codes, just by looking at them, like when you look at what Andre was doing, just by focusing at them, you are getting that information. Whatever is they are meant to be, you are meant to be receiving from those codes, they will integrate in your system just by looking at them. This is something we feel, the channelers, like if it's something or an energy was moving our hands. It's another way of expression, another way of the light codes, light languages. That's the way they work. Getting to us in many, many ways. You will see also these codes written from many people. You will see also entities written in papers like Alison channel many times. They are wonderful beings, bringing also just by looking at their face or their faces, you get truly amazed. Alison, have you got any handy there? Like
Wow.
it's super cool. It's super cool. It's so friendly. I mean, I feel like yeah. She has shared sometimes we neither also in other groups. She showed them also. Look at the codes. Wow.
Amazing.
And they look also so familiar. So familiar. So familiar. Yeah, Alison from time to time she's sharing with us, with Naida and I, some of these paintings. Whenever I'm with Naida and we look at them together, we have a real laugh because it's like seeing someone that we knew before. It makes us laugh. It's like it's like a part of us cannot believe that is possible and that that Alison is actually getting their face into a piece of paper. Maybe it's so familiar because we've been that being also, very similar to them at some point in a lifetime. Who knows? Bracket.
When I draw them, it's almost like I'm in a meditation because I'm not really here. So it's like something's taking over. Because for the longest time, I didn't know I could really draw like that. It just came out. With the codes and stuff too, like it goes so fast, and it feels like I could be sitting there for like, I don't know, an hour doing these little tiny codes, and it feels like 1, 2, 3, like they're just, you know, I haven't done it in a little bit because I guess everything that's going on, like my mind isn't really, so I got to bring myself down. When you were talking about how, Andre, like some people are way up here and then some people are like way down, my energy shoots, like I'm constantly forgetting to ground myself, And I have this beautiful backyard, you know, with grass and everything. I can go out there and sit and lay down, but it's like I get so busy, wrapped up in the things, you know, that I have to do that I forget. So this is really great that this was all brought up because it reminds me that, you know what, you need to go outside. So
Exactly.
I mean, being that, you know, I told you that I used to sleep outside with the tent, but we had that bear problem this year. And the bear stopped coming around like maybe a week and a half ago. I'm not sleeping outside with the bear and the coyote and the mountain lions. So.
It's so funny because for once you take the decision to say, okay, I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna sleep outside, I'm gonna do some grounding, and that night you have a bear coming to your tent. It's just like if you were talking about a movie. It's unbelievable. But maybe the bear just wanted to lie next to you within the tent and bring you a message and tell you, Alison, I'm so glad that you are grounding. Finally. And then he just leaves happily. Oh my God. Yeah, we are natural channelers, and we are more and more in this world. We are increasing in numbers in a massive way. It's so wonderful what Andrea and we are experiencing, as I say, in the Portuguese and Spanish group. We are welcoming more and more people who come, and they've been channeling for years, but they just kept quiet themselves, as I say before. And this is so wonderful that to also for those who already channel like languages, we are also bringing the codes. We are bringing those paintings. Andre very recently also last week, in the group he started doing already drawings. And that's the wonderful thing. The more we allow that to come out and to express what we are feeling that needs to come out, the more will come out. I mean, so many things that we will be surprised of how many things we can channel, in how many forms, in how many ways. It's incredible. It's unbelievable. And it's fascinating once that we allow that. At the end of the day, in the last hypnosis session I had, they say this message: it all depends on how much you allow. It all depends in the allowance that you permit to yourself to flow. Everything is already there. It's actually you blocking the abundance to flow through you. Once you break through all these mind blockages or energy blockages, and you start giving giving yourself permission and allowing that divine energy to circulate, you're gonna see that you become the source itself, like flowing with more and more things that they will start surprising. The first person that will get surprised will be yourself about how many amazing things you can do. They say, don't you think that it's time for you to accept each other as one human race? Is it not time in 2020 to start acknowledging that you are one human race, despite the profession that you have, despite whatever you do, what your ethnic background is, whatever it is time to come back to the truth of who you truly are. And they were saying, it might sound in a way harsh, but come on, guys, we are in 2020. It's really time to accept each other as the beautiful beings that we are, all with different features. I mean, how boring would be if we would be all the same? I mean, if we were clones, okay, I will have to accept that at a certain point, that I have many clones with me, but I'm happy to be in a planet where we are not only clones, that we haven't been like the product from a lab, even though we were at some point an experiment to some of our galactic brothers, but with a divine purpose, not a negative purpose. Everything was to create more expansion and more love in the universe, which is going to happen. But 2020, we just finished September. We started October. September was the number 9th month to me, a month of change. A lot of things have changed. And I also wish for this world to change to good, by acknowledging something that we all know, for God's sake. We all know. Aren't you tired, whoever is listening to this, aren't you tired of so much violence? Aren't you tired of nonsense, superficial attitudes of separation and segregation, and also times to start acknowledging that this is not like the ancestors say, this is not about a group of people in Europe or a group of people in Northern America or a group of people in China or a group of people in Japan. This is about a planet. This is a planet all together. All we should have food, we should have water, all we should have everything. So we can start doing our parts on this as well. Sometimes it only costs $1 per month to contribute to something. And there are so many youngsters, crystal children, indigos, without the aiming of putting attack into them, but a lot of, I want to say, a lot of souls coming to this planet with the initiative of action. Let's start supporting all these children, all these teenagers, all these also adults who like us, who keep this what our parents used to call utopic dream, or stop being a dreamer. Well, John Lennon used to have this, the song Imagine All the People. I mean, he was also a dreamer. Well, if we've been dreamers, I think it's time to start listening to the dreamers and to start paying attention that this is all we want, all. There is no exception. No exception. We all want this nonsense to finish, nonsense to end, and start living all together. See smiles when you come out from home. Bring a hug to each other when you can, and bring love. Bring love. There is no mean to go into any substances to bring love to this planet. You have the biggest source that you can ever have here without taking anything in order to release your love to others. I mean, it only takes a decision making, an action, one action. Just decide to be love to someone else, or to a circumstances, instead of attacking back. Bring what you would like to bring to that person. If you are in that situation, lost, imagine that you are in that case scenario. Imagine that you are lost in that situation. What would you like to get back? Would you like to be punched in the face? No. Would you like to get more violence? No. You would like to have something else that breaks through everything in existence, which is love. Love breaks everything. Love gets and reaches everything. Maybe not in that right moment that you're telling that to that person, but you are seeding, you are putting a seed there of love to that person. And you never know when that person is gonna click into awareness, and he's gonna say, wow, that woman in the car park, she didn't sweat to me back like I used to do to others. She actually sent me love and a smile. And she looked at me in my eyes in a compassionate way. She was different. Maybe I can do the same. I think we can all do the same, and we can practice that, and we can practice, and through practice, I tell you, sooner or later, that seed will grow in that person. Sooner or later, that seed will grow in that person. And this is what I was getting from this transmission that I almost forget. Because to me, the transmissions are like a dream, that if I don't write straight away, they just flow. So I had to concentrate back, and that thing with Andre was funny, very funny. So it took the message a little bit away. Like when I wake up and I don't write it straight away, a dream.
It's nice you brought the message through as well, because there's a song that kept coming to me today. It's I don't know what the exact title of it is called, but the words go, love in any language, straight from the heart, pull us all together and never apart. Oh my gosh, can you hear me? Yeah. And once you learn to speak it, all the world will hear love in any language, fluently spoken here. And that's here wherever you are. And it goes on to say, we teach the young our differences, yet look how we are all the same. We love to laugh and dream our dreams. We know the sting of pain. Yeah, I can't remember the rest, but it's really nice. I need to go and look for that song actually, because the words are really, really nice. Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Yeah,
and very much together with what I was saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that's the you know, we were being prepared for this actual conversation.
always. And another thing is music. 2 days ago, I did another hypnosis session to another lady from Mexico, and then we did a collaboration together. And after one session, she was already channeling her higher self. And we did that spontaneous video that I just started recording and say, if she feels like sharing it with the world, we will share it. If not, okay, we don't share it. But I'm going to record to record it and see, just in case some good messages come from humanity, from out from this experience. And effectively, it came so much good information. She was saying that it's actually music in the way the message was given was like music is another language. Some people do not listen anymore to words, but they are capable to be receptors from music. And those who don't listen to words, we can always use music. So it's like the higher self was inviting also all the people in the world to start using music and to play music for people who might be out there, and you might be doing some sort of therapy work or energy work, and it might not work when you are using the words. And they were saying, well, give it a go with something, with a musical instrument, even if you are saying the same words, but play something as you are saying to these words together. And that was, to me, that was a very beautiful also message, no? That how music and frequencies can get to those people that maybe by bringing a message with words, it wouldn't reach their hearts. Also, in a previous hypnosis session, I started singing lullabies. And that's another reason why this higher self that was aware that I was doing this in this session, in my sessions, this higher self mentioned that the lullabies bring us together to that point where we are missing our mother and father. And the higher self say, I'm not necessarily referring to your mother and father in earth. You are all longing to or wanting to come back to Father and Mother Creator. And these sweet lullabies brings you back to that connection with the Mother Creator and Father Creator. So if like sometimes we say with the logical mind, what a silly song I have in my mind today. Well, let it flow, because that might be one of these lullabies that might work a lot with someone who is next to you. And maybe you sing that lullaby loud enough, you might change that person's life in question of seconds. Last week, I had this session where I felt like the call to put in the flyer Anubis, and the next day in the session of hypnosis, Anubis was talking to me in that session. And it was actually in that session when I sang like maybe 8, 12 lullabies for that lady, because that was the way that lady would get the message of transformation, of transmuting all the past, only with those lullabies. To me, it was weird because I wasn't used to sing lullabies before, and this is very new to me. But I mean, I don't care anymore how I look like or how I sound to others. As long as this reaches to some hearts and to some people, that's the point. I just know that when we channel light languages or any sort of expression, there is a reason for someone out there, or sometimes for yourself, just to feel good about something and break maybe boundaries or a rigid thought that you've been holding to the whole day. So yeah, saying that, I come back to you, Sophia. I think you have something to say.
Yeah, because as you're talking, this song, some more words keep coming to me. And the bit where you were saying about sharing all of that, and there's one the bit that I just remembered that said maybe when we realize how much there is to share, we'll find too much in common to stop pretending that it's not there.
Yeah, that's it. That's a summary of everything I have said. That's it. That says all.
I think that's why I didn't remember that at that time, because it was supposed to come at this bit.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
I need to find out what it's called. I need to remember it. Yeah.
Lovely. Did you feel anything there, Andrea, Maria, Alison, in that transmission? No? We go next? Okay, we go next. Now it's you, Maria, or your intention.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of synchronicity going on, because now I know exactly what I wanted to do. Really, was my intention was a little bit different, but I would like any activations or codes to come through to connect the watchers to their higher self. So I was going to put that forward, really. So if they can connect to their higher self, so that to help them, be their best authentic expression, and to make the right decisions and be guided through their highest intentions and their heart space. So my intention is hopefully for those out there watching, or whoever needs it, to have that, whatever activation is going to be received, if they wish to receive it.
Beautiful. And actually that message was also brought from the higher self of this lady, that the day that we all connect to our higher self, every single being in this planet, everything will be balanced. Everything will be balanced, because we will feel guided to love, all of us. And that is this is just how this can happen by a decision. They say you just need to take that decision. Do not wait for a Messiah to come, because it's not going to come. It's actually you taking a decision in every single moment of your life to be that love, no matter how challenging the outside is. Choose love, and choose the connection with your higher self. What could I do? What would be the best I can do in this situation? Okay, out from love, not from hate or hatred or pain, or bring the love. And for that is also very important that everybody start loving themselves every day, because if you don't love yourselves, it's going to be very difficult to come out there and face a challenge and have enough love to also go through that challenge that you are facing. So that's why it's so important that we need to look after ourselves first, cultivate ourselves, do your meditations, your grounding, your good eating habits, plenty of sun in those places where you can enjoy the sun, and take care of yourselves, all of you, and from there you will have that you need to bring your higher self forth every time that you are facing a crucial or a challenging situation, no matter what. We will get there, and don't despair. We will get there, and it's good that we try, that we start trying at least. The more we try, the more we practice, the more we will allow the higher self to come through. That beautiful part of us will come through. It won't only work from receiving an activation. You also need to allow it. You need to create a state of consciousness, and take a conscious decision about, I want to do something different. I want to make a difference in this world. I want to go out there and maybe do something different. And instead of reacting like I reacted yesterday to this man in the supermarket, I'm going to do the opposite today. I'm going to do my shopping, and I know that he's not the best man in the world, but I'm gonna send him love, compassion, and something else. Because at the end of the day, we all need that. We all need that. We are all made of that. I mean, when we get disconnected, what is what we need the most? That love. So yeah, let's do the activation.
Kira hana festire hete toro hano no mana eti kira hana akati.
Atiata kotoniata tata. Katatiata katata satototiata kateteniata tatata tiata katanata tatatia katatatana nanana ata katakatata nana ata kia katata
Mama Yeta. Tista istita stanta istita istita istata status tata istitia ramati pist. Tista tadan sitita statanatus antatika satina taistitiana mata istitiana. Tata istitita tatistitia tata intata istitata stataina tua. Tamastiana kuhapatistia. Namata ishana kuahatamaya nama tamaya mama. Oh mama mamaya
Ramayara Patanayara Samayara Tanayara Maya Terisnira Mayara Tanayara Maya Ramaya Tanayara Tanayara Maya
Wow, amazing.
My brain.
I just went for a journey. Just came back from a long journey. And I landed in this coach again, in this chair. And I say, for God's sake, again here. No, I mean, it feels sometimes so pleasant to be flying in other places. It's so wonderful. And sometimes you want to stay half an hour more there. Like, oh, let me be here floating. So awesome. The messages I was getting they were related about connecting to the higher self. You have the tendencies to think that is up there, when truly what you need to is to do what Maria brings a lot to this group, which is and also Sophia, and I know all of us, but there is a reason why I spoke recently to Maria, and I felt that that been happening in the past weeks a lot, helping a lot of people who have come to me and say I grounded a lot with Maria's transmissions, and it's true. So higher self, as the words say, higher self, we think that is there. Well, they say, come down here, touch the earth again, Do the grounding. It's not, it's higher self. You become high and big when you connect all yourself. You become the higher self when you connect all yourself. And all yourself is connected when it's connected to Mother Earth. Also to the universe, but we have the tendency as star seeds to go very much more to the, like a balloon up, and we need to actually ground here and anchor here much more. They say that it's not only about grounding, but also about taking care, as we were saying before, of every single chakra. You need to speak your truth out. You need to speak your truth out, but be gentle. Be also compassionate. Speak whatever you need to say, but not out of anger. Use your heart chakra. Activate your heart chakra. When do you know that your heart chakra is activated? When you feel your heart chakra. I mean, that's it. I mean, when you are doing something and you feel like, oh my God, oof, I prepared this tea and it's full of love. I know that it's full of love because I felt the love preparing the tea. That's it. And you, those of you who don't feel that, practice. How do I activate, Ismael, my heart chakra? Well, practice love. Do actions. Do actions of love to others. Yeah, I'm a good person, but still my heart chakra doesn't work. Okay, keep practicing, be patient. Take your time for everything. Keep talking your truth out. Keep doing visualization exercises. It might take time. It might take one day for some of you. It might take years like it took for me. It took to me like, I don't know, 8 years in like this, intensive doing meditation and many things, plus all my experiences before the 2012, that they were quite great and huge and tough and all of that. Well, but you will reach there at some point. So be brave, be patient, vote, give you a vote of hope and love, because at the end of the day, if you are doing a favor to someone, it's to yourself, starting from yourself. The one who is going to become the first one who becomes free is you, by practicing love to you and to others. So let's start working on it. Let's start doing something for related to self-loving. Let's be what you think that is the best that day for you to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
can I just interject?
Interject all your love here.
Yeah, because for the practice, as you were talking about the practice, so this is what I've been practicing, and I've been having a lot of heart activations. So when my alarm goes off in the morning for my meditation, the first thing I say is, I am love. Mm-hmm. I give love. Mm-hmm. I receive love. Mm-hmm. Divine being of light, I am. Mm-hmm. And I for over 1 month now, I start like that every morning, and I just keep repeating it. And as I'm saying it, my heart chakra is just like, just getting bigger and bigger. It's just like pulsating, and I know it's working. So I just keep saying it, you know, every morning without failure. And I mean, it's working for me. I mean, if anybody else wants to try it out, it really works. It really does. But you have to build that resonance of keep doing it all the time, so for it to build up. Because when I first started doing it, it's like not much happening. And I thought, no, I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to keep doing it. And now, as soon as I utter the words, like 1 month later, it's just like, whoa, this big love, just like it wants to pop out, you know? So that definitely works if anybody wants to try it.
Exactly. We are all one human race, but at the same time, we can get all on with a certain thing. So you practice that, as Sophia said. If it works, practice for a while. If you find out that that doesn't work for you, try something else. Try to go to the sea, listen to the waves. The thing is that don't let anything stop you from trying. Try that from Sophia, because that Sophia say is really, really, really good. To me, it works a lot. Telling to yourself, and it's not like talking like a parrot. I am love and I am this. No, you have to be meaningful to yourself. I am love. I give love, and so on. It has to be something that is really get born from deep within. Again, maybe the first day you don't maybe appreciate any change, but keep doing it. Other people use mantras, other people use music, other people use an instrument to play when they are playing it. Some people, they listen to music and they don't get activated, but when they play the instrument themselves, they get the activation and the things moving. From coming back to this, from the hypnosis sessions, I also get a lot of information about people who have been in many lifetimes beings from this planet or from another planet who have lived in the water or in the sea. These people have more tendencies in this lifetime as humans to get activation when they go close to the sea. And these are mostly the people that like so much to live close to the sea. And that happens to me. I'm included on that. So when they say that in one of the sessions I had lately, that resonated with me so much. But the same thing works with other beings like sessions where the person has been many lifetimes, like Naida, an elemental. Naida has been more than 200 lifetimes an elemental being. So when she goes to the forest, her face honestly, it's like you don't need to bring a torch with you that night. You have Naida that is glowing next to you and is illuminating the path as you walk. Because it's almost like that. It's like she becomes so much power, she becomes so much light when she's surrendered surrounded by trees and by a river and by this type of forest type of environments. She also loved the sea, for example. Why? Because she had also many lifetimes in the sea. But this has a connection. So why I'm saying this? Because try different things. Try different things for those who still don't know their origins or their lifetimes, or it's not necessary. You can find out if you want by trying, by playing life. Play life. How do you play life? By trying these different experiences. You go to the sea. Do you feel good? Okay, great. If it works, great. Go more often to the sea. But if you feel better in the mountain, well, start going to the mountain or somewhere else, wherever you feel that the place resonates with you, and keep trying. And this works with, this is the same with anything else, with an instrument, with singing, with the other people love cooking. And they tell me, look, I get in trance when I'm cooking, Ismael. And I said, good for you. Good for you. This is your passion. God knows why you connect so much with that. Maybe because you are using the vegetables and the things that come from the ground. and you're bringing that food to people, or this mothering feeling of bringing food to people, no, feeding people. It's a mothering also thing, and so I mean, it's not that important the why, but the fact that you keep trying different things, and that's life about experience. One thing doesn't work, experience something else. Also, but take that you are practicing for a while. Don't just give up after one go or two goes. I mean, be there a little bit for a while and see if you feel something else. Other people love dancing. We have a lady from Costa Rica in the Spanish and Portuguese group. She cannot stop dancing. She say that loud. She say, my way of meditation is dancing. As soon as I stop dancing, I feel that this world feels like stuck. And my energy gets stuck here. And I need to dance again. So she started dancing in the house again. And that's her passion. That's her way of expression. So what do I tell her? Or what do we tell her? Keep dancing. Keep dancing. That's the way you're happy. Keep dancing. Other people, other men like doing the mechanic in the car, and they just go away by doing fixing things. That's good. Anything is good. As long as it works for you and you feel happy with it. That's the main thing. So connecting to the higher self can be done by many, many ways. Many, many ways, to summarize.
I love that when you were talking about the cooking there, Ismael, because that's one of my favorite pastimes. And like you said, like you just get carried away. Like you don't even know how many hours have passed and you're there doing your thing, you know. And I did that on a baking journey as well. I'll bake and bake and bake and bake and bake. And it's just, I don't even measure things anymore. I just throw it in and I know it's going to be fine.
I know that because that's
so much. Cooking is mindfulness. I'm having problems with the internet, so my communication will go. I don't know if you understood.
If the communication goes, like you can type it also, and I can talk loud. I mean, I can read whatever you want to say because it gets cut, Andre.
Because the internet here is not good today. Did you understand?
Yeah, that the internet is not good there, but we didn't understand what you say before that.
I think he said it's a form of mindfulness. I got mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Yeah, and I heard something about cooking.
Cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking is mindfulness.
Yeah, that rhythm.
Mindfulness. Mindfulness. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, this thing with the camera. Yeah. As it takes less internet when the camera is off. Yeah, that could be a good idea to do. Lovely. So.
And now, do you understand? Now you listen to me better?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, I will take the camera off. So.
It does work.
I was saying when you focus reading a book or doing something, it's like.
We lost you again, brother.
It's like a meditation, grounding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It takes you to mindfulness, and when you are in mindfulness, that's it. You can allow this cascade or waterfall to flow through you, which, in other words, is also the higher self. I mean, when you let this source come through you, that's your higher self. Please don't understand higher self like someone who is higher than you. That's the name. It has been given the name of higher self, but it's nothing bigger than you. I mean, you are the higher self. Higher self is not disconnected from you. That is all from the concept of the word if we read it as such, it means something that is higher than you. You are the same thing. You are just, you might have, or some of us, we still have blockages from so many generations and so many years of being disconnected from souls, that we've been spending so many years disconnected from. We've been connected only to the mind and doing things out of logic, not out from the whole thing that we are, the whole being that we are. But again, higher self, don't expect a big white entity coming to your room and say, I'm your higher self. No, it's something very simple. It's something that feels wonderful. You are gonna feel you, but very open, very big openness.
Yeah, like your higher state of consciousness.
Exactly.
Probably might describe it better. You know,
Higher state of consciousness, exactly. Dolores Cannon call it subconscious.
I think I feel it's high. I feel it's more than subconscious. You know, it's greater. I mean, you can't describe what consciousness is. Although I'm not arguing with Dolores Cannon by any means.
Dolores,
you know, who am I to do that?
Dolores, tell her off.
But you know, to me,
she's taking away 50 years of working from you.
I love her, by the way. I love her so much.
I know.
But for me, you know, consciousness, you can't even say it. You know, what is consciousness? It's just beyond our comprehension. But the higher self, to me, subconscious is subconscious. To me, I think it's a bigger thing than that. You know,
it's everything.
Sorry.
It's everything. No. You are right. But there is a reason why Dolores Cannon was calling it subconscious. First of all, because people wasn't feeling comfortable calling that higher self, because they were thinking again that was something else, like another soul.
Yeah.
Another reason is subconscious. Why? Because Dolores Cannon had to not only go through the difficulties of being a woman, dealing with so many square-minded men. That was, if you put yourself in her shoes, that had to be really tough for a woman from her generation to break through so much toughness of scientific minds and egocentric men. So she had to call it that way. She had to call it subconscious, because that was the concept that was, let's say, the most acceptable for the men that she was surrounded by. So obviously that she kept using that, because you get like traditional. In some aspects of herself, she was a very traditional woman. In other aspects of herself, she was the mind-blowing, futuristic woman. But she kept that name, and she kept using it. But within herself, you can tell in all her sessions that every time she says subconscious, she's not meaning the subconscious that other people tend to call the subconscious. She means the consciousness that you are mentioning. But yeah, Dolores Cannon came in the third hypnosis session that I did to my cousin Estefania. I was still doing my training, was only my third session. And she came through her body and she started talking to me in that third session. I was shaking, I was shivering. To me, an idol. At the time, I had her idealized. Today, I don't have her idealized. I mean, I love her, but I don't idealize. I don't create of an idol, neither an archangel. To me, Alison is as huge and big and as important as, to me, Raphael. And Maria is as important, huge, and necessary in this creation as Archangel Michael. and every one of you, to me, you are the same. And I'm not gonna talk to an archangel like, oh, Archangel Raphael, could you do the healing for this lady? No, I don't do that anymore. I mean, I talk to Michael like if he was a friend, like you. Alison, do you mind doing a blessing? That's it. I thought, do you mind doing a healing to this lady? And that is something they loved. Since I started doing that, they understood that I got the point that they were trying to tell me through so many sessions, because I had them like in a pedestal, like in an altar, like thinking that they were bigger beings than us, and we are not. I mean, they are not, and we are not. We are all doing a massive co-creative job and work. Each of us have a role. For example, an archangel wish so much to know how the tea tastes. They cannot have that experience. We humans do. The feeling of a hug. When we hug a human, they don't know what's that. We think, because we created these idols and these big beings, that we think that they are having a human experience. They are not having a human experience. They are having an angelic experience. So there is a huge difference here. So they admire us because we are having the human experience. And when we start working with the angelic kingdom, they love it so much. Why? Because we are their hands here in the physical planet, in the physical form. Things that they will have to spend so much energy just to move this crystal from here to here, which for us is practically effortless. For them, they will need to invest so much energy because they are in another dimension. They are in another state of being. They are not that dense or solid like we are. So each dimension, each state of being has a particular good stuff that other dimension or other state of being don't have. So we don't have to envy an angel, because an angel in this case will envy us as well. And this is something they made me feel in my heart in every single session I do. It's like, you are so lucky, they tell me always. You are so lucky. You are so lucky that you can run in the sand and dive into the sea, in the water. Do you know that we cannot do that? And you do. You feel the sun. We don't feel the sun the way you do. You feel the taste of a cake or a brownie. It's delicious. You say that that is delicious, but we don't know what you are talking about. There are so many times that I'm asking them about help, to help the person I have in front of me, and I'm telling them what is going on with them, and they don't know it. They don't know how to act in a human level, because they haven't had this human experience. Some of them they have. Some of them they have. I have to also say that. Some of them, they've been incarnated, or part of them has been incarnated, so they know and they have an idea and a feeling of like a memory of how they felt when they had that experience. But many of them, no. So this is how important that we need to start valuing life and start feeling like every day that we wake up saying, I'm having a human experience, you know? I'm having a human experience. And as a human, how many things I can do today? Just imagine yourself like you are an angel and you cannot do that. Yeah. Start thinking from that point of view, that it might help to change the way you live life in many, many, many ways. Because you start valuing every single thing much more.
I'm glad.
Many human beings, they just want to leave the body as soon as possible to come back to source, which I understand, but they want to become an angel. Well, the angels, in a way, they are also limited, as I'm saying, because we complement each other. Each dimension, the angelic kingdom, complement this dimension, the fifth and the sixth and the fourth and the third. I mean, we are all complementing all the other dimensions, and we are not this one because it's, or maybe this one here, which might be the second dimension, is complementary to all the others. I mean, so none of them is more important than the other, because all of them, they create the whole creation. So this is where they are taking me in the session at this moment, to understand all of this, and for me to bring this to the world, to bring these messages. They always tell me, Ismael, you know what to do with this information. And I say, I know. I have a couple of groups to bring it, to bring this, so I will do. Sorry, Sophia.
It's okay. I was just saying, I'm glad you explained the way how you explained, because now I have the understanding of how, when I write my meditation sessions, I know now from your explanation why I write it like that, because I almost give each archangel that I'm working with the instruction of what I would like them to do when I'm working on someone. So I literally write out what I would like for them to do at whichever point they come in in the meditation.
Exactly, naturally, like talking to them.
Yeah.
Naturally. Exactly.
And it's amazing, because I've never felt like I need to be like you were saying, oh, I pray into an archangels. I never felt like I needed to do that. I felt more like I was working with them, kind of thing, more than looking to them to say, oh, what should I do next, kind of thing. I feel like we're working together.
Exactly, because this is it. And they appreciate that so much. They appreciate that you don't look at them like superior, because that superiority is creating distance between the human being and the angelic kingdom. We think that by thinking, actually, before Andre needs to go, that's why I'm saying goodbye, because he needs to go. Bye, Andre. Thank you for coming. See you tomorrow. Have a good one there. He didn't do his symbol.
He
didn't. Damn it.
We shall get him back. Come and do it.
Come and do it. We demand it. We are going to be missing that for a week now.
I think it's the interference. It's just threw him off today.
Yeah. It was making him be very serious. Very serious. He was more serious than usually he is. So yes, what I was saying is like, we think that we confuse respect with the way we've been with doctrines, like brainwashed, like thinking that Jesus is Jesus when Jesus is Jesus. Like here, if I could, I would go even deeper. Like Jesus is there, no there. I mean, I don't have to jump to reach Jesus. I think Jesus is so much inside, and this idealization created also like this concept that he wasn't human. He was human. Maria was human. Maria Magdalene was human. All we were human. I mean, they were open. They were open to source. Yes. They were channeling their higher self. Yes. It's like if we go now to Bethlehem, and we start talking like languages. They say, oh my God, four more Jesus came to the, and three more Marys came to Bethlehem. They speak like languages. They speak tongues from heaven. Well, that could be the case, honestly, and that's what happened to them. That's why they created that idealization, because in those times, that's it. That was the period of time, the way the society will understand that. Then the men wanted to take control of controlling humanity using religion and the name of God. And then everything else was created to manipulate and manipulate and manipulate. But if you go to the essence of the Bible, or you go to the essence of the Quran, or you go to the essence of any manuscript, all manuscripts, they all tell you the same at the end of the day. And it's your connection to your Santa, to your connection to yourself, that nothing is separated, that the angels are there to help you. What does it mean that the angels are there to help you? That they are there to help you. They are not there. They are there to help you. They are with you. That doesn't mean that they are in distance or that they are bigger. That's something we have created with the mind. And they are so happy, honestly. Every session I do, that they see me more comfortable with them. They rejoice in love. They rejoice in happiness. And the session become more powerful, because I'm allowing more love to go through, instead of creating an idol and creating distance. And oh my God, Rafael is here. I don't create that. I open my heart to Rafael and I say, sit down here, brother. Let's do the healing. And that's it. And we proceed with the healing. Why? Because to me, the person who is receiving the healing is me as well. So why I'm gonna treat differently the person I'm doing the healing to? I treat her like my sister, like part of me. I treat him like my brother, like part of me. Because we are that one organism in this planet Earth. So once we get that, not as a concept, but as a feeling here in our heart, everything is gonna massively and dramatically change in this world. One by one, one by one. And that's why we need to start just acting from there. It's not about, we don't need to go preaching. It's not need. It's just be yourself. Be yourself. That's the biggest preach that you can be to anyone. Just be yourself. Be that love. Treat the other person. Look at it in the eyes and say, I love you. I mean, you don't need to say. Actually, from the moment that you say, and I come across this with many ladies, is as soon as I say I love you, they start thinking that I want something else. And that's not really the case. I mean, I love you because you are my sister. I love you because you are part of me. And I cannot tell you the opposite. And why I'm gonna shut my mouth telling you something that I feel in every moment about you? I'm not gonna shut my mouth. I'm gonna keep telling you, and maybe you don't understand me today or tomorrow, but maybe after 3 weeks, you realize that Ismael is love. And that's what you can expect from him. A message with love back to you. That's it. And that doesn't mean any single other thing or any other thing apart from love. If it means something else, I will express that also. I will say, I want to marry you. Or I want to have something with you. I want to go out with you or something. I will explain. But it's like that relation that we create with love, and we have to box. Someone has sent me hearts. How many hearts? 1, 2, 3 hearts. But he has sent me 6 today. Oh, that means that he wants something with me. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then the person starts, instead of being closer to that person, start creating distance, because start acting from fear, from something that is not. because it hasn't been said, it hasn't been shared. So why you are acting that way? Because we've been programmed that way. If you put like when I came to UK, you put one X, and another X mean one thing. If you put two X's, two kisses. If you put one, oh my God, it's a kiss in the mouth. It's unbelievable. She wants something with me again. And these things has happened. I'm not saying this out because I'm making it that up. I have experienced that. And that happens in this country in this way, in other countries with something else. If you go to Italy, it's something else. If you go to Greece, it's something else. We have referred things or actions to love instead of start acting and being just love and accepting love as it is and allowing people to, if they want something else, to say. Just say. I mean, they will say. Why? Because they will feel comfortable with you. Alison.
I just want to say, because people have been programmed to look for love outside of themselves instead of looking inside and start loving themselves. And that's the problem.
Exactly.
More and more people need to look into their hearts and start loving themselves. It all starts with yourself. Absolutely. And then once you start to love yourself, it's a whole different ballgame.
Totally.
You know?
Totally.
Yeah.
You are like you've been reborn in a new body, in a new place. All of a sudden you say, oh my God, everything I was looking out there, now I feel complete. So now I don't have that need every day of looking for my twin flame or anybody else. If that lady come one day, okay, welcome. But I don't have that thing that I used to have before 2012. Like, I want to find my twin flame. And I wanted to find my twin flame. It was like always somewhere in the corner of my mind, I had to find my twin flame. Otherwise, I was an unlucky man. Why? Because in my country, you have to be married by the age of 30 or by the age of 27. And that's it. And if you are older than that, you start getting that programming that you received when you were younger, and you start thinking, oh my God, something is wrong with me because I don't attract my twin flame. So I got a real problem in my DNA or something. And then you start blaming yourself. You build up more shit around you and you become a big snowball of shit. And then you become bigger and bigger. And then you get lost. And then when you get lost, you appear again. And you say, no, hold on a second. I have been a big ball of shit for many years now. I want to become something else. I want to give me the opportunity of becoming something else apart from shit. So you become something else because you are allowing yourself to welcome something else or something different to what you were taught or told. That's how everything started to me in 2012. Everything in all aspects, not only in terms of relationship, couple, and twin flames. No, it's about everything. Everything came together. Everything came to change together, and it's so wonderful when you have the choice to say, I am with this person because I want to be with this person, not because I need this person. It's because I want to bring something to this person to make their life happier, to enrich their life, not to take light or energy from their lives. I want to enrich their lives. And that, I think, is somewhere, somehow we go a little bit lost in that point, and we need to reconnect that also. And that will give so much relief to so many hearts who are desperately looking for the twin flame before finding themselves, before prioritizing that self-love come first. Then will come everything else, honestly. Honestly, for everyone listening to this, first is you. First is your self-love. Practice love to you. Cooking good to you. Going to a forest that you like. Maybe adopting a pet that you like, that you always dream of, maybe a cat. Maybe there are so many foster cats and foster pets that need a friend also, and they will help you and you will help them. There are so many ways, but enjoy yourself first. Enjoy yourself and find that love first, because if you start a relationship from the feeling of lacking of something, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work sooner or later. I mean, you're gonna give a lesson to each other, that's for sure. But it's not gonna work in the type of fairy tale type of love, which is never like a fairy tale to start with. Let life show you what it is. Don't build up things into fairy tales like Disney did. So yeah, I mean, so many stuff that been this week, like buzzing, like from the sessions, from people coming, talking to me, and so many things that I have I have plenty of things to that I can bring to the public that in these times are very, 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 very useful. We start at least, or the least, acknowledging, because that's the first step, acknowledging how things work a little bit, and then to say, oh, hold on a moment, I've been doing this and this and this and that and this and that, and maybe I should try something else. Loving myself first. Hopefully it will bring some inspiration to some. I would love that. So I think we have covered all the intentions. No? Maybe we can do a collective activation for those who listen in the video, to this video, and then we can wrap up with that, if you are happy with that. So just for those who are watching the video, that they feel. Also, I have to say quickly that in any transmission that we have done today in the group can work as an activation. Not because we call them activations, they only work as some sort of activation. Any light language transmission can be a meaningful source of healing, or it can be a very meaningful sort of activation to some skills that you have there latent or asleep, or still asleep. So don't fall in too much into the concept when we say activations or anything else, because everything works for everything with light languages. I mean, we limit ourselves a lot also when we put names to things, and I'm realizing that activations in the Spanish and Portuguese group, the activations are healing people. People, or they get they get healed about something, or they get a chakra activated, not really the light languages, and we are actually doing a light language activation. Well, this some people, yeah, it comes in any way, in any beneficial way, exactly like we did. Exactly. So we are going to call it activation, but you can expect anything beneficial in your life. So welcome the energy and let it work for you. That's what I'm trying to say. Let it work for you in any beneficial way, because that's the meaningful. Papaina, papaina, paina, paine, tapai, tapaina, paine, tapai, shup. Titama pai, papin, taita, tanama. Papatana, ratu, kapai, shutatan.
Aya
Ana
katana
na na
aya
mai
kada
te
aya
te ni
katana
tai
aya
yara
aya
rina ka
aya
te ara
katia
i.
sakatata
O
ya
na na
nana
na i
aya
ta ta
aya
mai
aya
ta na
aya
yara
aya
kuia.
kaya tanana
O
aya
na
aya
na i o mai
aya
si te
kaya
ne i
naya
te
aya
ne i
aya
ti.
aya aya aya
Kuru no te a mai
iya
ta
ya
ra i ko
kataya ya
ana i e.
katanina nai
Shene ia kui na i ko mai
Ayakata
te
nai,
ki e ne tai
ay, ay,
ora
ay,
o e.
ay, na 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 na, ay,
Ina na
ay,
tu
kata
mai
taya na
ra na
kata
tu
ya,
kai ne tai
ay,
i ora
toto
ai ti
ya na
a tai
kata ya
i.
na 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 ay,
O
ay, kana na na ay, 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 na kana na ay, ay,
Asashana ete
ay, na
ese
kana ay, ay,
ikotoro
ay,
kunama
ay, na
ese
na na na
toro
ay, ay,
sekai kana
kaya na
ama
na ay, 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 na
ikotoro
na 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 ay, kaya na 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 ay, ay, ay.
kutai
Ayakatua tata katian koto so 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 tika taka tatiasta kata tatia koto
toro
koto
kana
siaka
ama
taka nanta
tare kini i
jana na na atasia
ka
kata o siaka taka
hana a uto to kuna mana anta tire
mata koto
kana
toto
ata
to
asata tere kini na na
ya na
ata
toto to koshana na na
toro
asta
hana mana ata
ite kana na na ata
ikotoro
sata
kuni
siaka
ete
taka na na akata tata tata tia toto toto to
usana
taka
ata
na 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 ana na na ata
ta
tata ata
utoro
tata
kuna
tata
ama
tata tata nyana taka toto
tere kini ete isotoi
Ashina na na sakata tasanine ese
Ana
sia kato no no no
utoro
no no
hono
no 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 no
eki sahana ata ahina akata sarakatire
anya na
hena
na na
ata
ta anya na 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 ta
sokotoi nahana
anya na 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 ta ta
ate
ananya na 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 ta ta anya anya
hene
na na
ata
na ta ta
ata kesotoro
atuata
kanama
katata atuata katata
isarakati
atuata
heno
katata
oto
atuata
eke
tuatia
rehene
takata
kata
kata
isoto kanama
Kuata kata
ate
kata katia kato
isoto
kuata kata
kanama ate
tatia
kere
kata
rehene
kuata
kata
kata kata katia kata
huknaka
kuata kata katia kata 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 tua kana
Terekene
na
ete
na ata
aishi
kata
no hono
na
ata
na na
kotoi
na
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 hana
na
on
na na
asa ta
kata
itara
katia
kana
kata 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 kata
hata
katia na na kata
ta
kata kata
utoro kare hina
kuta
ito
kata 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 kashia kata kata na na na
na
na
hanne ete
kuata kata
kotoi
kata
kata kai
kata
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 na ata
kata 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 kata
ai
kuata
ha
kata
e ko to
Tua,
to to
tua,
hina ma
tua,
asa
tua,
ta
tua, tua,
e hana ata
tua,
to ta
tua, kata, kata, kata,
shokoto
kata.
utoro kotoi na
Tua,
hana ata
taketia, tokotono, tokotono. Takatia, takia,
ata
tatanana, kata,
katire
kata.
hena ata
Kata, kata,
ire
kata,
hena
kata,
oto
kata, 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 katia, kata, 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 kana, kata, 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 kata.
ututui
Tua,
O
tata, tua, takata,
manera
tua,
na
takata.
konata
Hai
Tua,
sada
tua, 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 tua,
na
tua,
hae
hire kere
na
tua,
hire hena
kono tu serene
tua, 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 tua,
he
tua, tua,
na kae na vada
sorokoi
o na kahera na hera
tua,
ahe o a
kahe
sa hai to o
Oh,
ete sa
Makahena
ono o
Mahera
i ataki
Naisi
to to
Mera
sente
Kahena
sorokoi
Ashukana nata na na na
kada
takashina
kena
na na na
han
ata kenia to kosto
Mera
shukana na ata tekenia
Kahena
ahe to
na tatania
Kahe
tekenia usana na tata
Mera
usana na
Kahena
tata
hire hena ata hi
usana
kotore
na
hena
tata
anna hai
usana
sotokosha
na
te
usana na usana
hana
na na
ate tira kate e sakai
usana na
rekina etesa ora
Kahena
doi
usana
ai hire hena ata ukitere hena akotoi
na
shana
na
mane
na
teke i hatai kotoi na
Sanana
kotohi na i hai ai hai na atai oso hana oi ai ai utore
On
na
tak
hati hai to
meti ite
ha
tai hite
koto
ne.
na hati shahe na o to isa tere
Shuana tata, shuana
atahi
tata, shua, shua, shua,
oi
shua, 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 shua,
e
shua, 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 na 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 na. Aya.
Chana ine isosai.
Asekenya tatatana. Tatatana. Asitanana.
Are
Asitanana.
itatashamo.
Asetiti. Na 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 na.
Han ate i. Ore hamana asanahi. Terekin. On. Shamana asai. O katere i. Shaida.
Mama ititene ki hitinti sitine kwe shuna maika nana natene shuneneta kamai narakuhai shita namaku mama inta taine tatakinta ye hayena ye momo intitenta isha takainara aramai tamai
Enyana topotos itinene esetenene esetenene esenene usakanana ashunanana ashunanana ashunanana
welcome back sisters. landing landing in New York, landing in Oxford, landing in London, landing in Southampton. Wow.
That was
beautiful.
amazing. It was just,
I know.
one of those ones.
It's like we go to some place and we meet there in form of energy. And we become all of that we've been talking all the way through today in the group. But even in a more magical way that the brain doesn't or the mind cannot really understand because I wouldn't be able to describe it. I mean, unless you go there. And it's like traveling in vibration, traveling in frequency and connecting there at some point. It's like there is a point between things and we meet there in that point. And it's a blessing.
Yeah.
It's a blessing because you come back like cleans and you can stay there forever. Or that is my feeling every time I go there. It's like, Jesus Christ, I'm landing. I know I need to land, but I could stay here forever. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing with me this, honestly, because again, when we do this, we create this magic. I mean, I create, as we've been saying in the group, you can create your own magic every day with yourself, with your self-love, and we invite you to practice. But once that you ignite that, you will see, like when you meet with sisters and brothers, how that fire or that flame, when you share it with another one, is just an incredible beyond blessing that you cannot describe at all. That's you can see it in the faces. It's the only way that you can see the description of it. So thank you so much, Sophia, Alison, Maria, for supporting this lovely thing that we are all doing. I believe, and I feel it all the time when we do this. Thank you for being part of this, for bringing this to humanity. I wish you a blessing week, and that all this love that we gather today that grows and grows exponential to infinite in yourselves. Thank you. I can only say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you to you guys
Thank
too.
you.
We're all co-creating, so you know,
Exactly.
bouncing off each other kind of thing.
That's it.
Yeah, love
That-
it.
It's
Love it.
co-creation. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording here.
Okay. Everybody have a good night.
Love.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
week. Bless you. Love you guys.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.